Lesson 3.5 is decimal addition. And for these, you'll notice they are using base 10 blocks. So I am in the iTools in Think Central. So I wanted to show you how you can use these base 10 blocks to help with this lesson. Okay, so first of all, when they have a hundreds, a flat, it's considered 1. Because remember, we're working with decimals now, so we have to think of these a little bit different. So it's considered 1 whole. So kind of ignore the 100 on here. When you have a rod for decimals, it is 1/10. Because think of it as this is 1 out of the 10 rods that make up the whole 1. Okay, so then just the 1 cube is 1/100th. Because it's 1 of these 1/10ths, or it's 1 out of the 100 that make up the 1. Okay? So let me take those off. So how we would use these to do addition is you would have your two decimals that you're going to be adding together. So if you have whole numbers on your decimals, you're going to use the flat. And then whatever the decimal is, you're going to use the rods and the cubes to make those up, okay? So for example, if you take a look at your book on page 122, the first problem that they are having you add is 2.5 plus 2.8. Okay, so to make 2.5, I would do 1, 2, and then the 0.5, remember, is 5/10. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I had 2.8. So here's 1, 2. And 0.8 is 8/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So now when you're adding these together, these flats are going to be your wholes, and then these would all be tenths, okay? But we're going to end up having to regroup because we have more than 10 tenths. So if we take 10 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can exchange these 10 tenths for 1 whole one. Okay, because 10 tenths equals 1. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 1. Okay, so I'm just going to replace these with the 1 whole. Let me just scoot these over because these were the remaining tenths we had left when we took out our 10. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wholes, so 5 ones, and 1, 2, 3 tenths. So 2.5 plus 2.8 is 5 3/10. Okay, I hope that helps and makes sense, kind of that regrouping. So let's try one more. Hit that and it all goes away. So let's try one more. This one is going to have hundredths in it. Okay, so we're going to do underneath the share and show, number 1. So we have 1 plus 37 hundredths plus 1 85 hundredths. Okay, so here's 1, and now I need to do 37. So I have 3 tenths, 1, 2, 3, and I have 7 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then I have 1.85. So I have one whole number, 8 tenths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can ignore that number at the bottom. And 5 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's my two numbers. I have 1 and 37 hundredths and 1 and 85 hundredths. Okay, and I want to add these together. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. First, looking at my tenths, I'm going to see if I can combine any of these to create another whole number. So let's see, I know I've got, let me start with these. I have 8, 9, 10, so I can definitely do that. So let me pull these, stick them over here. 1, oops, I did not want to put that there. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember on the last one, 10 tenths is 1. Okay, so I'm going to remove these 10 tenths and I replaced it with a 1. So now I have 3 ones, 1 tenth, and 12 hundredths. Now, just like with these, 10 equals 1 whole, so 10 hundredths is going to equal a tenth. So I can regroup some of these and create another 10. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to take those 10 out and I'm going to add another tenth. Okay, let me just scoot these closer. So now, after I have added these two numbers together, we have 1, 2, 3 wholes, so 3.2 tenths and 2 hundredths. So we have 3 and 12 hundredths. Okay, so that's how you're going to be doing this lesson of using base 10 blocks to add decimals together. All right, so you can certainly use your eye tools to help you move them around and manipulate those, or you can draw pictures on your paper, whichever works best for you.